Welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about how I handled asking my son to leave when he turned 18. And I recently, now it was a few months ago, but I went through all my old records that I had kept of all the, actually, that's what led up to my experience with the mental health system video, is that I went through, I don't remember if it was 2 folders or what. I had already gone through it before I moved a year ago, but I still had at least one giant folder full of stuff left, and I decided to make the video and shred the folder. And that's what I did. And in fact, after a comment from a viewer, I ended up shredding my divorce agreement too, because I've been divorced for over 20 years and I don't need it anymore. So cleaning out a lot of unnecessary papers, clutter, if you will. And one of the last things that I haven't shredded yet is a copy of the packet that I gave to my son the day I changed the locks on my house. So I'm just gonna go over briefly what led up to that. And all right, I'm just gonna start. So we had it's a lot in my head and in my heart, even though it was so long ago. This was in 2013, and my son was turning 18 in June, and we had been seeing many professionals, therapists, all kinds of people, because my son was really struggling. And with the help of those professionals, in March of 2013, I developed a list of things known as the criteria for living in my house after he turned 18. And it was to look for a job, no drug, nicotine, or alcohol use. And if those things weren't met, he was to leave by his 18th birthday. And we added taking his prescribed medications. So none of those things happened. And it's just different. I included all of this and a bunch of resources for him, like homeless shelters in our state, the Office of Health and Human Services that was going to train him to get a job. It's a copy of that letter with the contact person's name. His doctor's numbers, all the therapists, all their contact information, his health insurance card, his medication list, his driving test information, because I had paid for him to get his license, and he did follow through on that. He got his license. And I wrote him this, and I'm going to read it to you. I'm not going to include his name. Dear, watching you grow up has been the joy of my life. Although the decisions you are currently making for yourself would not be my choice, you are a kind, caring person, and I love you very much. You will always be the only person in the world who could call me mom, and that's a super glue bond we will always share. As every parent should, I have spent your entire life making all life decisions based on what is best for you. You have been the center of all decisions in my life for the last 18 years. I am filled with peace knowing that I have consistently done the very best and most that I could to raise you to be a respectful, hardworking, trustworthy human being. I have now come to the end of your formative years. It is now time for you to make your own way. Of course, I'm still here for you and always will be, but it's time for you to live your life on your terms. I pray you treat yourself with the same love and respect that I have and will continue to have for you. Although you no longer have a key to the house, please know that you are invited to come over for dinner every Sunday. You may come over to do your laundry, just call first, so I'll be there to let you in. All my love always, Mom. And with this packet, his birthday came. It was very peaceful. I had the locksmith come over. The locksmith changed the locks. He woke up. He gathered his things. He took the packet and he closed the door behind him. And that is what happened when I asked my son to leave. That is the bare bones summary of it. And what happened after is that his father paid for his cell phone. So, and my son kept his cell phone. So he sold a lot of his things, but he kept his cell phone. And we were able, if I was having a really hard time and I just needed to hear his voice, I would call him or I would text him. And if he texted me back, at least I knew he was alive. He couch surfed for a while with friends. He eventually ended up in a couple of different sober houses where he eventually got thrown out of. And this is what I know of. I don't really know what happened because I wasn't with him. He somehow stayed safe and alive. And the Thanksgiving, I don't know which Thanksgiving it was, if it was 2013 or 2014. Isn't it funny how the mind just erases certain things? But we had snow that Thanksgiving, and I was outside shoveling my driveway, and a car pulled up to the end of the driveway. My son hopped out. He gave me a big hug, and he shoveled the rest of the driveway. And then that seemed to be a turning point. He had probably already had a turning point, but that was the first time I had seen him when he was better. And from then, things just got better and better. And I just realized that I didn't talk about what led up to that, but I wonder if I should have included that. It was, excuse me, my nose is itchy. It was substance abuse. It was people in my house that I didn't know, that I didn't trust. It was things going missing in my house. I didn't know if it was the people in my house or if it was my son. It was not feeling safe in my house. Basically. If like always when I make these videos, if you'd like to know more information, just let me know. I'm happy to tell you. I don't script these. I'm just speaking from my heart, trying to make it make sense, trying to share my experience, my strength and my hope. If you're in this situation, you're not alone. And Al-Anon, as If you've seen my other videos, you know that Al-Anon, I started going to Al-Anon in April of 2013. So Al-Anon helped me follow through with this and really, really saved me during a very, very difficult time. So that's the story. As always, ask any questions. I'm not withholding anything on purpose. I really want to share what happened so that if it can help you, then that makes me very happy, and I consider that step 12 work. So thanks for watching. I am sending you love. Take care.